What's good, everybody? Yeah, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. The Lipstick Alley forum has been going a little crazy as of late, and it revolves around this story that Hollywood Unlocked did. And there's a lady by the name of Blue Telusma. I don't know if that's her name. Jason Leigh has a wonderful business over there with the Hollywood Unlocked. I like the business model. They do pretty good for themselves. And Danileigh, according to this lady, Blue Telusma, she was somehow interviewing her or talking to her off the record. And at some point, Danileigh told her that, that she is doesn't consider herself black, although she uses the N-word, okay? So she's Dominican, but that she likes black music. She likes black men. And that she wishes black women were not so jealous about it. Now, I did see some people making a stream. I seen Paris Milan had a stream about this, and then it was taken down. But I was looking at the comment section or the live chat, and it appears that people were really not feeling this and stuff like that. But I just kind of am a little confused, brothers. I'm kind of confused because it seems that like some people that might like Paris Milan, and I know Paris. I've worked with her before. We're from the same part of California. Shout out to Paris. People who might follow some ladies who are considered divestors. Maybe some people like Cynthia G. People like that. When they talk a lot about certain people, how black men are not worth, dating or dealing with, and this all this other type of stuff. But whenever you get a woman that is non-black, and some people would consider Danileigh attractive, okay? And when she talks about that she has a preference for black men, and that black women are very jealous of the fact that she likes black men, then there's a problem. And then you kind of see, well, okay, either these black men are really broke and dusty, as some of y'all are saying, and we'll admit it. Black men can understand. There are some brothers in our cohort who are exactly what you're saying. They are broke. We got some guys out there that are dusty. You don't even have to tell us that. We'll admit it. We know we have some underperforming black men in the community. We know that. But I think the issue is that we get hit with the stigma for the entire group. Do we have black men out there who have made mistakes? Yes. Do we have black men out there who are not doing so well? Yes. But do you have some of those black men trying to, do better for themselves, reinvent themselves, trying to find a way to work hard, looking for somebody to give them an opportunity, somebody to mentor them? Absolutely. There are black men out there like that every day. Of course, those guys don't get the credit because they're still quote unquote dusty and they're not on their way out, right? So they still get hit with that stigma. Okay? They still get hit with that stigma. But nonetheless, you have those black men that represent those people. But the reality is that although those black men are in the Pookie and Ray Ray archetypes, you hear black women all the time talk about, hey, y'all can have them. But then you get somebody like Danileigh, who's dating the baby and is getting those kind of rappers. Well, then why are y'all so mad that she says that y'all are jealous? And the reasons why I can only believe that is that black women, some of them, are intimidated by women who are non-black also, that have a higher skin color than them or a different complexion. Which explains why there is always, some kind of, problem with black men if they go to, let's say, Dominican Republic. There's always some sort of issue with black men that go to Brazil. You don't never really see it if, you're a black man, you're going to Haiti. You're a black man, you might be going to Ghana. You don't really hear too many sisters saying a lot about that. But when you're a black man and you want to, deal with women that are somewhere in the same kind of close color spectrum, because, Afro-Latinas or, Dominicans or, similar to blacks but not blacks, there's a problem. But my problem is this. These are the same black men you said you don't want. These are the same black men you said are Dusties. These are the same black men you said they're Pookies and Ray Rays. So it either means that, number one, the men that you're looking to get with, whether they are white, because you do have a great deal of black women on social media today, putting out their preference for white men or non-black men. And again, you see them talking about this but there are very small chances you see them actually dealing with these guys. Like David Carroll asks, where's Waldo? They'll be talking about dealing with white men or Asian men. You don't never see it. Hardly. In the women that you do see it, they're pretty good looking. All right. Secondarily is the ones that you're seeing that are dusty in the black community, which we do have them. Well, where are the guys that you can attract that are not dusty? And it seems to me you're fighting with Danileigh over black men who you would consider dusty. The only difference is the baby is a Pookie and a Ray Ray with some money. The guys that she can attract are exactly the same dusty guys you're complaining about. They just have money. Okay? So y'all are jealous over her about the black men who can't really do anything, but do the same things that the Pookies and Ray Rays in the black community do without the money. And then it goes to just a lack of self-confidence. Like, why are certain sisters threatened by Danileigh? By a group of men that you say that you don't really want like that. Okay? If I'm a sister and Danileigh says, well, you sisters are threatened, I would think that, the kind of guys you're getting with is a date the baby. I don't even want a man like that. The kind of man that I see myself for as a black woman, if that's what you were saying, he wouldn't be anything like the baby. I want a man who is a middle class man, or a man who's a hard worker, a man who's a achiever, a man who's a business owner, a man who's has some academic perspective or has some specific skill sets. But you don't really see that. What you see is sometimes sisters arguing and fighting over what you would consider the trash archetypes in black America. Fighting over the crumbs of the guys that you say that you don't want. And then when you see those kinds of discourses happening, it's kind of hard to take it serious. It really is. For the same black women that say that, you black men are out here, you're in colorism, and then on the next line, I'm gonna go get me a white man. And I'm not saying all of them say that, but you do have that. Like, there's Chrissy, the Chrissy YouTube channel, who was always complaining about colorism, and then she's one of the YouTube channels that's always like, now all of a sudden, like, bigging up these black women who are doing all this swirling. And if they get together with these white guys, what happens from that union? Well, they create a light-skinned baby who is going to be the benefactor of colorism, the same ones you're complaining about that dark-skinned women go through. This is the reason that it's hard to take a lot of people serious in black YouTube or even on the internet online, which is why I don't. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O.J. Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.